Good morning, lovely people. Just looking for my correct screwdriver head. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. I say good morning. It's been a really grotty morning. Chalking down. I was kind of hoping to have a garden day today, but no, it's not heavy rain, it's just mizzling, it's do me joints in. So I'm cracking on with the haul. Turn the ratchet the other way. Yeah, I'm just starting to do myriad little jobs that I can do ahead of the decorator coming. Am I going to get the wall plug out? Oh, I doubt it. I'm going to fill it. So I've managed a couple of sessions in the garden. We did have some dry weather a few days ago. Did the first cut of the year. Yay, the first grass cut, as in trim the grass, trim my edges. Brilliant. It makes the garden look instantly so much happier after its winter tattiness. Anyway, not doing any of that today, so focusing on the haul. And like I said, I've got my pinny on in order to have a pocket to put things. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to this. There's a little wall plug. No, I can't. I'm just going to fill it, and then obviously he's going to sand all the walls. Hold on, dipping in and out of shot. So the jobs for today are, I've actually just been out already. I look a bit dishevelled, it's damp out there, and also sort of just running around a bit out there. The jobs for today, I am going to, and there's about 5 or 6, I'm going to remove any screws that are in the wall and give the holes a little bit of a fill. They won't need much. And this means by doing this now, of course, this has all got time to thoroughly dry and go off. Obviously when my decorator comes, sorry, out of shot again. When my decorator comes, he's going to be sanding everything anyway, but all these little bits I can do now, it's a bit less for him to do, it will speed the job up. So, hooks, screws, whatever, out of the walls. I'm going to clear the hall completely. That means, I think it's going to be a bit of a busy day on the old knees. So that means all the bits and pieces in the hall are going to go into the flat for now. Filling holes, clear the hall. Yes, so I've just been out, as I was mentioning, and that was to my local ironmongers. Remember I showed you a little bit in the shop the other day. I've selected, I've gone a bit New Zealand. I have selected 3 offcuts from which I'll get 4 pieces to make my 3-sided and 1 top box for the gas meter. They're going to do all the cutting for me. Oh, hallelujah, because I don't have a workbench here. It's at the shed. So I've left them with my pattern of all my cuts. They're going to get on with that. While they're doing that, I'm going to do this. Then later, or shortly, I'll go back to them to pick up the wood, bring it back here. Clear the hall. What else am I doing today? I've got a list. I have got a list. And there's a sort of a logical order to it. Yeah, clear the hall was a big one because it means carrying everything that's on the landing up the stairs. Now the other thing, I'm going to take you back in time a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to take you back in time a couple of days. Remember that day when I was showing you the hall and all the work that needed doing? I did go out and do the window. I know a lot of people said, don't do it, Vivi, get someone in to do it for you. Bah humbug, I did it myself. So I'm going to slot in here the footage. I was going to show you the full, I think it's about a 15-minute video. I'm not going to show you the full 15 minutes because a lot of it you can see the window, you can't see me, but you can hear me grunting, groaning and swearing a lot as I'm trying to wriggle out through that little hole onto the roof, pushing my bucket out, my mop out and getting my knickers. Anyway, so I'll cut it down a bit. So have a little look at this first clip. I get out on the roof and I'm going to attempt to clean that. Oh, it was so dirty. Have a look. Well, as you can see from that bit, my kitchen mop is one of those kind of, it's like a sponge, and it was just too smooth. I couldn't get any kind of purchase on the algae. It was just skating over the top of it. So I thought, right, come back in and get an old kitchen scritcher that I leave out, you know, it's for cleaning purposes, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, anyway, so I grabbed an old kitchen scritcher, jammed it on the end of the mop. You'll see what happened in this next bit. yay for getting the job done. And now all I needed, but the thing was, not the top one, never mind, but now all I needed to do was get back inside the flat and carry on. Oh, oh, what a palaver, what a palaver. And that, my friends, I'm soaking, I'm filthy, but that, my friends, is how to clean a fixed Velux. And I just realised I should have done the top one first from in here, because then it will dribble down. I'm done. I am done. That wriggle, it's literally wriggling like a worm on my belly through that little hole is not easy, but woohoo! I have my view again. Oh, I was very glad to have that job done. I was filthy and soaking wet, because obviously where all the water's running off, the dirty water, and then the bucket of rinse water, it's all just sitting on that bit of roof, and I have to lie belly down on that and do a sort of a sort of dive wiggle through that little hole. So my entire body is lying in that dirty water, wriggling to get back in. Anyway, it's done. I turned the camera off. I got the top section done. I'm chuffed. It makes so much difference. So much more light coming in here, which is going to be great as well for when my decorator is here. The best possible light for him to work by. Right, so for now though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on with screws, nails, anything that's protruding out of the walls, get rid of them, get holes filled. I'm going to do all of that. Then I'm going to go off back to my ironmonger's to go and pick up my cut wood, and then we'll see where we go from there. So yeah, join me again shortly. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh. Come on, Vivi, nearly there. Nearly there. Oh. Yeah, I will be, I'll be very glad when I live in a home that doesn't have 60 stairs to climb. And doesn't have 60 stairs to get Granny Trolley up. Anyway, that's my wood I've just picked up. Good stuff. Well, before anyone suggests, I know you can get those trolleys that have got 3 wheels and they kind of click up, but you still got to pull them up the stairs. And I'm not going to spend money on getting one of those kind of trolleys now, when the plan is to move. Right, let's get this put away somewhere safely in the flat. There's more bits. That's my sides, that's my front, the top bits down in the bottom. Go and get these stashed, and now get on with the job of emptying the hallway, because I've got quite a few boxes over there with stored excess kitchen stuff, including some of those lovely vintage Kilner jars that I saved from Auntie Teapot's house. Right, quick sit down and then let's crack on, because this ain't all gonna do itself, is it? Getting hot. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's better. There you are. Distance, you're quite close. Right, just having a little momentary sit down. I'm gonna have some water. Look, I know it's winter, but when you're kind of running around doing things, yes, do make sure to keep having slugs of water. I'm evaporating quite a lot of water out of myself at the moment. Right, I'm just checking my list. So with the wood, this might be useful for someone else. That's come from scraps at my ironmonger's. The total cost, I reckon the total thing's going to be about 15 quid for me to make in total. Obviously things like screws, paint, all those bits and bobs I've already got. So yeah, great. But I was chatting to my brother-in-law the other night about it all. So I am actually sweating now. Honestly, it's these stairs. Yeah, I was chatting with my brother-in-law about it and saying what I was planning to do in terms of making this box for the gas meter, and for goodness sakes, I had gas installed here 18 years ago and it's... Anyway, and then he came up with a suggestion which actually is a really canny idea, except two things for me here. It wouldn't quite fit, I'd have to modify it quite a bit, but also the expense. I did check it out. He suggested, why don't I buy a kitchen cabinet? You know, one of the uppers that are sort of, you know, that deep rather than the base units, which are yay deep or whatever. Because then, obviously you'd have to take the back off to put it over the meter. But then, of course, you've got a door on the front to access to read your meter. So I thought, yeah, that's a really great idea. I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me, and it's ready-made. I mean, yeah, you'd still have to modify it slightly in terms of taking the back off, but go on, Bennett, that's easy. So I went online and I was having a look around, but they weren't that cheap. I was actually quite surprised. They were sort of about £45 plus. So and that's for new. So I thought, yeah, forget it. So then I went and I looked on, I think I looked on eBay, and there were kitchen cabinets being sold on eBay secondhand, but people were wanting to get rid of the whole lot. There wasn't anyone selling just one on its own. But I thought, you know, it's one of those things to bear in mind if you've got a job like, if you're wanting to box something in like a gas meter, especially if it's just, quite often they're just inside the front door, aren't they? So as you're opening your front door to welcome people into your home, first thing they see is this grotty meter thing. So yeah, and if you're planning to do something like that, you know, for me, I need to get a wriggle on with all of this now. But it's the sort of thing where if you weren't in a hurry, you could keep your eye open in skips in your area. You could keep an eye out on Free Cycle. If you're a member of a Facebook group for your neighbourhood, you could just put a request out to say, you know, this is what I'm looking for. Does anyone have one they're getting rid of? Either free, and I'll make a donation to your favourite charity, or, you know, someone getting rid of one for a tenner or whatever. Anyway, if you've got the time to wait for the perfect thing to turn up either in a skip for free or really, really dead cheap or Free Cycle, whatever, great. Unfortunately, I don't have the time. I want to get this done. And what happens if you don't have time, you have to then spend a bit of money. So I could get a ready-made item for about £45 to £50. Instead, I'm going to do it for about 15. Actually, when I was on my way out first time this morning, I bumped into someone from the neighbourhood, and they said, what are you up to today? And I explained I'm off up to the ironmonger's for some wood to make a cabinet for my gas meter. And he said, why don't you just get a carpenter in? So often people's answer to a problem is get someone else in. I'll talk about that more in a minute. Get someone in. I can do it myself. Anyway, right. That's enough of a break. Now it's time to do some real grunt work and get all this lot shifted up the stairs and into the flat, and there's stuff at the top of the stairs, my ladder, my iron. Someone want to come over and give me a hand. No one's around. Everyone's at work. It's a work day. It's a weekday. All my mates are working. Right. Is that what? Yeah, clear the hall. That's my next job. Come on, let's get on. I need to get still left the pan on the roof. Oh, come on. Nearly there. Nearly. I don't know where it's all going to fit in the living room. Actually, I have made space by the fireplace. But just inside the door will do for now. Oh, come on, let's do two. Oh, get it done. Right. now. Whew. 10 little trips. There's still some cardboard down there. That is hopefully going to the garden tomorrow. And lastly, my coats from the outside coat rack, they can go in my wardrobe for now. And oh yeah, I need to go find you're way down there, aren't you? I need to go and grab my screwdriver again and get the coat rack taken down so we can get a really lovely paint finish and then it can go back up. But yeah, whew, that's enough times everything I just took in now. There you are. All that stuff, that was all down here, so that's good and clear. Actually, I don't want to do too many more trips up and down stairs today. Let me show you what it's looking like here now. Because I want lots and lots of records of before and after. I want it as much for me as for you, so I'll give you... I'll have to turn you off and turn you around. Hang on. Oh, so this is my little space. That's my front door. This is my little space. Actually, this is on my deeds, so I actually own this bit of hallway. Otherwise, everything in the hall is communal. But yeah, so that's where I normally have my coats hanging, and I store my, step ladders and my iron there. So that's all out. Pictures are all down. There's one more picture hook there to get out. Get the coat rack off. And then, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so bright here once it's all painted. So walls all white, all of this woodwork painted with the gas box. So the piping here is going to be painted and then the box is going to slotty slide on top. So yeah, as you come up the stairs now, as you come up, it'll be getting lighter and lighter and brighter, and plant in the corner, gas box with a plant on the top. And clean window. Look, you can see out. Those blocks in the far distance, they're actually, that's debris netting because they're having their outsides seen to. But as we go into spring, this gets much, much greener. Lovely jubbly. Right. Oh, lampshade down. I didn't put that lampshade there. That's it when I moved in. I never bothered buying a new one. Right, I need to go and refer to my list again and sort out all the gubbins in the living room and where I'm going to keep it. These two, it's easy. They're going to go into the wardrobe. My face is a bit red, isn't it? Really warm. No thermals today. I'm cracking through things. That's great. Because now I need to just get a little bit organised in the tons of washing everywhere. Because we had a couple of dry days and it was warmer, I thought, right, quick, let's do loads of laundry. Of course, now it's gone damp. Never mind, it's not cold. But yeah, I mean, literally right next to me here, there's wood. Oh, don't fall over. And then I can't get in bed, can you hear? It's my step ladder's bed. So I'll spend half an hour now just really packing things and stacking things as small and as tight as possible so that it doesn't interfere with, day-to-day living. I don't know how long the job is going to take in the hall, a couple of weeks maybe, but yes, so that rather handily, just checking my list of what needs doing today, that rather handily brings me on to the decorators. Oh my goodness, so it's a weird one. I never like getting trades in. I always feel a bit sort of, and it's nothing to do with me being a single woman, by the way, I should just say. I'm not scared of them trades. It's a palaver, that's what it is, because you call them, can you come and give me a quote? Yeah, and then you don't hear back about when they're going to come, and then they come, and it takes them a week to get a quote or an estimate to you, and yeah, I mean, I rang so many, some of them just didn't even bother ringing back. It's annoying. If you're too busy, just at least please, a quick call or a text to say, thanks for your inquiry. Unfortunately, our books are full at the moment. Anyway, I've picked, I hope he's not the cheapest, not the most expensive, kind of in the middle. The guy who's most expensive, I looked on his Instagram, loved his work, beautiful work, but it was just a bit too high for me to afford. The cheapest one, I thought, you can't possibly do it so cheap. There's no way you can do a good job for that much money. Thing is, because in the past, I've done all my own decorating, and we all know it's like if you're going to do a week of decorating, you do 6 days of prep and foundation work and 1 day of decorating. So I know what kind of work is entailed out there in terms of the banister alone to rub down all that woodwork. Anyway, I've picked myself someone I hope is going to be good. I mean, you just have to hope in the end, don't you? But also in terms of as a personality, I liked him. I just kind of had a bit of a click. That counts for me as well. This is someone in my home. He's going to be in my home for couple of weeks, longer maybe. I want to feel comfortable with them. So, good. That all starts in a few days. Yay! I don't know whether he'll want to be on camera, but I'll certainly update you as the haul is improving, because I know people love seeing that, because I know I love seeing it too. So listen, just a word on the cost, because people might get confused about this. Because those skylights are new and all the plasterwork around is new, because the old Victorian roof and the old Victorian skylight just, after 120 something years, they just gave up the ghost. So it all had to be replaced. So, because normally the decorating of this whole hall, it would be nothing to do with our service charge and maintenance fund. That would just be me and the other 2 flat holders paying for it ourselves, because it's got nothing to do with the maintenance of the fabric of the building. It's just prettification. However, because this is to do with the fabric of the building, because it's because of the roof fail, this isn't me on a whim going, oh, I fancy painting. This is the roof failed, we had damage, this is all part of that, getting that damage repaired. So some of the cost is going to be covered by our maintenance fund service charge. The rest of the cost is going to be met by me. Yeah. I think I will do a separate video about this, because, in terms of the money, because, for years and years and years, it's been no spend, no spend, no spend, no spend, no spend. And now, but there was a purpose to that don't ever spend, just save, was to build up the funds in order to do all this work. Saying about, get someone in to do the job for you. Normally I would say no. I think I was mentioning this out on the landing, wasn't I? That so often people say to me, oh, Vivi, get someone in to do the job for you. And normally my default answer is no, because if you get someone in to do the job for you, you're doubling your budget. Wherever I can do the work myself, so getting out on the roof to clean the windows, I'm jolly well going to do it myself, rather than pay someone. Make the box so they can, you get the point. If I can do it myself, I will do it myself and save myself a heap of cash. In some instances, though, I can't. Decorating the hall, being on step ladders, I just can't do that in the staircase. I wouldn't feel safe. In here, I'd go up a ladder, no problem. It's level. And that reminds me as well about, I know folk have said when it comes to actually doing the move, why don't I just do the move myself with a couple of friends in a van? Are you kidding me? No way. My bed, it's a cast iron frame. It's cast iron, weighs a ton. I can barely get down the stairs with an empty granny trolley clutching the banister. I don't have 2 hands free. I can't carry a box down the stairs because I need one hand to clutch the banister. Just can't do it anymore. Carrying the grandfather clock down the no. There's just far too much here to move with just a couple of mates in a little van. Ain't going to happen. So that's one occasion where I am going to hire the professionals, have the professionals in to do the move. Thank you very much. So yeah, sometimes it's where a lot of the time when someone says to me, Vivi, get someone in to do it, my answer is no, do it myself. But there are occasions, being sensible and recognising this is something I can't do, just can't do it. So get them in. Right, okay, that's enough of a sit down and a natter for me. I am going to, I'm going to make, you can't see it, it's the wood. I mean, you can't see what I can see, but my giddy goodness, it's a state in here. I need to rationalise it all because once he's underway, obviously I'm going to need to be here at home all those days. So I want to be able to, I'm planning to get on with a load of sewing. In order to do all my sewing, I need clear access, my sewing table machine, space for the ironing board for pressing fabrics, etc., etc. So I need this to still be a functioning workspace for me, not clutter everywhere. So I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up and then think about what to do next, because there's always something to do next. But I feel good, I feel things are underway, and I can't wait to see that space out there transform. I think it's going to be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And yes, of course, I'm going to bring you along and show you. I'll try and show you at stages, not necessarily with my guy on camera. He might not want to be on camera, but I'm going to keep you posted on all this. Of course I am, because I'm excited about it. Yay! All right, lovelies. Okay, I'm about to explode with giddiness. I will see you all again really soon, I hope. In the meantime, please look after yourselves. Get on with those little projects. Have you done that yourself this year? Go around your flat and say, right, once and for all, I'm going to make a list of everything that needs doing, everything that's been bugging me. Because some of those jobs will be little, like removing a screw from a wall that you no longer hang anything on, it just sticks out. Some of those jobs are so little, you can get them done while you're waiting for something else. If you're waiting in for a delivery, whatever it is, tackle those little jobs. If there are some big jobs, do you need help with it? Is it something your friends can help with? Get the help organised. But whatever you do, anyway, I hope you can take a bit of energy from me and use it for yourself to start tackling your never-ending and rather ancient to-do lists. Good luck, everybody. All right, until the next one, cheerio.